Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we continue our conversation with John Golden, who is the President and CEO of Huthwaite. Welcome, John.
Thank you, Gerhard.
Let's talk about pipeline measurement, metrics, and forecasting.
It's a really good subject because it's the one that I think everybody struggles with to one degree or another. And it's one that there's a lot more focus on nowadays, particularly as new technologies and CRM systems have become ubiquitous. And the promise of CRM systems was that it was going to give you all those reports and you're going to get forecast accuracy, pipeline accuracy, and it hasn't materialized. And I think there's a number of reasons for that, but one of the biggest reasons I think is that people have become very comfortable with what I call feel-good metrics. So if you look at a typical sales funnel, people will look at the early stage and say, "Wow, look at all those early stage opportunities. Things might be a bit rough right now, but in 6 months' time, things are going to be great because we've got so much stuff at the front of our pipeline." But what happens? Then as they go through the cycle, they get stalled in the middle of the cycle, or they get to the end of the cycle and suddenly you're involved in renegotiating the deal and making concessions, or the deal evaporates and you go, "Well, how could that happen? It went all the way through our sales process and then fell apart at the end." And really what that all points back to is the fact that we're focusing at the wrong end of the pipeline. You're focusing, sales management are focusing on, let's get this deal over the line, when really at the end of the sales cycle, there's very little you can do in terms of bringing added value, in terms of clarifying and making sure that the opportunity is being properly developed. Right? You can't do that at the end. That's where you end up making concessions and having to renegotiate the deal.
And there's the other side, which is that the CSO Insight study reports that 24% of all pipeline deals end in no sale.
Right.
Meaning that a quarter of the pipeline amounts to salespeople chasing garbage trucks.
Exactly. So just think about that in terms of productivity and cost of sales, right? So what really needs to happen is that salespeople and sales managers need to focus much more on the early stage and look at opportunities and say, okay, which opportunities do I have a better than average chance of winning if I resource them properly and put proper sales strategies in place for them, and let's jettison the rest of them.
Or have a lead nurturing system for those people that are not ready. Right. Have a prioritization system, so salespeople call on those leads that are more mature than others, and have a culture of measurement so that you can hold everybody accountable, including marketing.
No, absolutely. Marketing plays a big role in this because, again, what's marketing normally measured on? It's the volume of leads coming in. It's all about volume and let's face it, every lead that comes in from marketing is a hot lead.
And they really need to be measured on what percentage of the leads that the salespeople close are marketing generated versus sales generated.
Then you actually take care of a couple of other issues. Number one, you'll increase the velocity of the opportunities running through your pipeline, because you think about it, the more better qualified opportunities, the ones you have a better chance of winning, and that you put the right number of resources on, will move through the process at a higher speed than half qualified ones that you sort of pay attention to. They're the ones that get stuck. So you'll deal with velocity and success.
And then you have the other issue, which is what's your forecasting accuracy?
Right.
How do you help your clients improve that?
Well, again, as I mentioned, we actually put in place the Huthwaite Dealmaker platform now, which is an intelligence system that takes the opportunity and looks at what has the salesperson done here. So have they identified the right people? Have they identified the budget? Have they walked through the steps of the sales process that we say you need to go through in order to be successful? And then it calculates close probability against those steps, right? So you're getting an intelligent forecast. So rather than the salesperson saying, I think this is going to close on November the 15th and it's going to be $5 gazillion, the system will actually say, based on what has been done so far in the sales process and the information and the activities of the salesperson, we say this opportunity is more likely to close on January 1 and it's going to be $50,000. So having a system that takes intelligent data and uses it to calculate close date is how we're helping our customers.
Right. So what you're really saying is that we need to put more rigor into the sales process, and we need to have a better methodology. And your Dealmaker certainly is a great step towards bigger forecasting numbers and better forecasting accuracy.
It is a real win-win situation here for both salespeople and managers, and quite frankly, customers.
Well, thank you, John. For anybody who is interested in the Dealmaker, go to www.huthwaite.com. Thank you so much, John.